Hello. I'm documentary enthusiast and connoisseur and actual real-life British person, David Attenborough. The video that you are about to see was originally a performance by one Daisy Mays on Saturday, June the 13th, 2026, at approximately 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Though the show was originally slated to begin at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it has become clear to anyone with eyes that she cannot be on time for shit. I am here because at approximately 1.5 minutes into the stream, she lost audio entirely, taking pains to manually insert the audio for each of her performance numbers. And with the absence of any patter in between each number, it's rather dull. However, I have also found that this presents an excellent opportunity for us to investigate the habits, patterns, and activities of the elusive bedroom drag queen. I'm David Attenborough, and this is Daisy Slaize. Now, please observe how things proceeded until the sound was lost.
Oh my goodness, hello! Hello, everybody! I'm an hour and a half late again. God, this just always seems to happen. Happy Pride, everybody! Happy Pride. I love how this look came out. I really wasn't expecting it to be very good when I was like pulling it and putting it together and styling it, but like, I'm happy with it. I'm pretty happy with this look. How is everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Let me adjust that. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just going to be doing a couple numbers. We're going to be hanging out, and then we'll have a Twitch stream later, yes? We are doing the same shit I do every Saturday, which is me performing songs I already know. Because otherwise, I'd be a little too scattered, and I'm already pretty scattered. Let me check this lighting situation. There we go. That's kind of what I want for this opening number scenario. So, we'll get there. Everybody welcome in, welcome in. Make yourselves comfortable, you know. Lay down, call your mom. She hasn't heard from you in a little while. You should, why aren't you calling your mom? Anyway, I just need to finish setting things up here, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't have you wait any longer since it's already been a long fucking time, baby. Plus I've got to test everything and make sure it's all working because technical difficulties are kind of just the name of the game whenever I'm doing a show. Oh, how's this?
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode. Difficulties are kind of just the name of the game whenever I'm doing a show. Oh, how's this?
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode.
And there you have it. At approximately 1.5 minutes, all audio was lost. Can anyone tell me what it is she did wrong? You cannot, because I cannot hear you, because I am not here. But I am still David Attenborough, documentary enthusiast and connoisseur of British shit. As you can see, she went to turn on and activate her Bluetooth speaker, which then connected to her phone. Normally, she would have done this before beginning the live stream, but she is a fool, and that is to be expected. Now, the Bluetooth connected to her phone automatically before she was able to switch it to audio input. Now, that does mean that TikTok is really fucking bad at adapting to such things, and that is all right, because I am British and also David Attenborough. You may also notice several cuts between visuals. I am not sure why that happens, but it's probably because TikTok, once again, does not know what it is doing when anybody is going live and not simply sitting there looking attractive. Oh goodness, the creature is approaching. Now, I think this is an excellent opportunity to begin discussing the habits and lifestyle patterns of the American bedroom drag queen. As you can see, she is wearing just anything she can find. It seems as though she is going for some sort of big gay counterculture hippie thing, and I think we can say with some certainty that she has succeeded, though I cannot say with any certainty that that success is pleasant for the rest of us to view. As noted with previous iterations of this Daisy Slaize TikTok live drag show that she has mentioned before, during this time she tends to patter leading up to the opening song, allowing for other viewers to arrive. It is a shame that they never do. It is a fickle fiend, the attentions of those who dwell within the magic box known as a cell phone. I am not certain that we have them in England, and I am doing my best not to find out. Some education should be left unlearned. As you can see, she is fiddling with the technology that she also has not mastered, despite having had plenty of time to do so. She is searching for the individual numbers that she will be performing for this iteration of the just under 1 hour performance, known as Daisy Slaize. I do not know why she picked such a pedantic name, but I suppose semantics are not important when you are in fact cross-dressing in your childhood bedroom. Let's watch. Alright, I grow very wary of watching nothing happen. Did I tell you what I had for breakfast this morning? I had one single piece of cantaloupe that I found on the ground. Now, I am not certain if that was from someone else's lunch in the park where I was scavenging, or if it was simply from a tree, but I do not believe that they fall sliced. I will have to ask someone else, someone who is an expert on cantaloupe. Perhaps that Funk lady. Is that her name? Funk? The History of the World person? I believe I watched it on Netflix, but I was rather high. My goodness, that was some good ganja. Dear old Attenborough hasn't had a high like that in several decades. Speaking of decades, have I ever informed you of the time I met Queen Victoria? My God, what a bitch. She was rather pretty. I suppose she is that is what you would expect from a queen, I suppose. And if anybody has actually earned that privilege, I suppose it would be her. After all, they are still making all sorts of steampunk worlds inspired by her era. I always wondered why they didn't choose a different era. Wild Wild West certainly tried, and that was met with mixed results. I did not like it, but I do not much care for Americans. Despite that, I continue to make documentaries on them. I find them fascinating, even though I hope they all die slow deaths. So says I, David Attenborough. Is she still fiddling with that fucking thing? She hasn't found the songs she is looking for? What could she possibly be saying? What could there possibly be to say here? I know. Let's try and read her lips. It is difficult to tell from this angle, but I think she is saying something anti-Semitic. That is interesting, seeing as how, if my records are to be believed, she is in fact Jewish ethnically. I wouldn't know anything about ethnicities, as I am British, and we do not make a habit of learning about other ethnicities. I believe she is trying to say something else, but that awful, awful clown wig is getting in the way of her mouth. I cannot tell. I think she said something about killing the president. I do not know if she means someone should kill the president, in which case I would agree with her, or if she herself is planning to kill the president. Again, I must specify that these are all just speculations made by me, David Attenborough. Now, she has turned away again, but I believe I caught some of what she was saying from the lip reading I did moments ago, and here we have some more to work with. I am now almost certain that she is planning a coup against the current administration of the United States government. How interesting. I think there is a bus outside my house. Hello? Are you a bus? I think it might be a garbage truck. I did not know we had those in England. Anyway, I think she is getting closer and closer to finding the number that she is wanting to perform. If I had to guess, I would say it must be some sort of hippie shit. Some of that real good beatnik 60s marijuana ganja shit. So says I, David Attenborough, absolute curator of all things documentary, British, and weed. Did you see that? She just offered us the microphone, as if she could hear what we are saying. And now she is just seeming to play with the light on it? I think this person may be 7 years old. Well, maybe the drag queens really are after the children. It seems like they got one. She's an awfully tall, fat child, though. You would think someone who enjoys interacting with penises so often would know how to hold something so phallic. Why is she holding the microphone as if it is some sort of limp, dead chipmunk? Is that how she holds all cocks? That must be absolutely dreadful. I mourn for any who know intimate experience with her. Do I know intimate experience with her? It has been quite some time since I visited the States, and most of my memories are fuzzy, not because I am old, but because I am in fact addicted to heroin. And at the time I was a raging alcoholic. Oh, the 1920s were such wonderful times. I feel that it is important that I remind you that I am not here by choice. Any of you who have been following the news in Great Britain, my homeland, homeland of me, David Attenborough, who is I, am currently serving a sentence for, well, they said public indecency, but I thought my asshole was quite beautiful and absolutely needed to be gazed upon by the people of London. The constables were not so certain, and in fact stopped me. As penance, I am currently doing this documentary because something shareholders, something business, something corporate, something corruption. However, I am determined to make the best of this by doing what I do best, tearing down the LGBTQIA+ community in the only way that I can, by talking about them in ways that may or may not be true. It seems that we are about to see her very first number. Let's watch.
When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Sympathy and trust abounding.
No more falsehood or derision.
Golden living dreams of vision.
Mystic crystal revelation. And the mind's true liberation.
Aquarius. When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius.
Ah, the things that pass for entertainment in the United States of America. Oh, she's blinded us. Well, we can only hope that she will only blind us that one time, but something tells me that will not be the case. Look at her, grabbing the microphone as if anyone can hear her. The delusion of the American bedroom drag queen cannot be overstated. There is something in them that commands a confidence unbeknownst to even me, actual British person, David Attenborough. Now, one of my musical theatre faggot friends from the West End has just informed— Yes, I have friends. Why are you so surprised? Is it because you're looking at her face but hearing my voice? Well, I hate to break it to you, but I have news for you about the rest of this stream commentary. Anyway, I have just been informed that the song we just saw was Aquarius from the Broadway revival of the musical Hair. Did you know that the cast of that musical is called a tribe rather than an actual cast? Oh, and Gavin Creel was in that musical. Oh, he is one of the only things that makes going to any sort of theatre worthwhile. I was so sorry to lose him, and that is a real thing that I am presently saying. I do not have only jokes and interesting anecdotes and allegories. I, David Attenborough, wish that Gavin Creel was still among us. Unfortunately, he has passed on, and we wish the best for him and his family. Oh, I am getting word from my producers that I must stop talking about controversial topics immediately. Fabulous. Let me prepare my work on 9/11. What do you mean I cannot talk about 9/11? What else is there to talk about when it comes to America? Fine, I will continue to talk about this fucking Crossie. Now it seems as if she is grooming herself, habits often observed in primates and drag performers. There is something within that confidence that immediately bonds them to one another, quite quickly. That is why I said the word immediately. However, since she is by herself, I suppose she is simply enacting these habits out of habit, not because she is actually triggered to do so by the presence of another performer. I cannot imagine why. Perhaps it is her terrible taste in wigs. I do rather like the jacket coat rainbow vestment thing. It is giving something of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. What? Why are you so surprised? I'll have you know that Andrew Lloyd Webber and I participated in several circle jerks together at university. I loathe that man. Almost as much as I loathe this man, but, mercifully, it seems as though she is beginning to lose steam. You can tell from the way she continues to fix her vestments as if there was anything to be done for them in the first place. She continues to patter and chatter and chatter and patter and chit and chat and just continue on in this way. Now, I believe that is indicative that she is losing energy. Now, we see this pretty often with drag performers. Most of the time, we call it a middle number. Oh, now she is reaching for us. Perhaps she sees something that is not there. You know, many experts in the conservative field have actually theorized that being a drag performer is a mental illness. Perhaps it is something akin to schizophrenia, and that would explain why she continues to speak to us as if we can hear her. Did you say something? Little Latin boy in drag? Why are you crying? Oh, my producer has just informed me that she is in fact not Latin, and I am a racist. I do not know why he says it as if it is news. She has held up one finger. I think she is theorizing that we do not know how to count, and she must instead teach us. Now, I am interested in what else... What's that? What do you mean I cannot drink here? Is it a drag show or not? Yes, I know the recording booth is not a drag show, but that should not signify much. Well, I have my martini, and I intend to finish it. Look, there are blue cheese olives in here. I cannot allow them to go bad. Oh, look, it looks as if she is preparing to do another number. Now, I do hope that this one is somewhat more bearable than the last. I will be finishing my martini, thank you. Let's observe.
Inside of everyone, there's a hot ball of shame, guilt, regret, anxiety, fears we dare not name. But if we show the ugly parts that we hide
her heart. No volunteers? Fine, I'll start. My name's Pauline, I live alone. My husband left, my kids are grown. In the 60s, love was free. That did not work out well for me. The revolution came and went, tried to change the world, barely made a dent. I have struggled with despair. I've joined a cult, chopped off my hair. I chant, I pray, but God's not there. So, Steve, I'm ending our affair.
My name isn't Steve, I am David Attenborough.
And I faked it. Every single time.
Well, that is sad to learn.
That feels fan-freaking-tastic! 1, 2, take me home, yeah!
Shine, shine, shine a light.
I'll get deep
Shine, shine,
She has paused her music.
and your scars and your flaws will look lovely because you shine. You shine. You shine a light.
shine, shine a light. Shine, 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 shine, shine a light. Shine a light. Yeah!
Absolutely dreadful. Now, you may have noticed that jotting that number, as if losing her audio entirely was not enough, she actually accidentally hit the spacebar on her MacBook 13 Air, which she has had for several years, I am being informed. Far too many to not know where the fucking pause button is. Now, there is some sort of irony there. I believe if the incredible Lord... what the fuck was his name? Byron, yes, the one who wrote Cain. I almost said Lord Cain, and that is simply not the case. Cain was not a lord, he was a murderer. Lord Byron may also have been a murderer, but that is unknown to this documentary enthusiast, whose name is David Attenborough. I believe that the symbolism here has something to do with something something crossy, something something trans, something 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 orange hair. Now, I am not one to understand those symbols, as I am only a British man and documentary enthusiast, but I am certain the more literary analyst amongst you shall be able to pass something out there.
Sir, you cannot drink.
Yes, I would love another martini. Thank you. At last, somebody who knows what they are fucking doing. Who was the other person? An intern?
The same man.
No. I don't want their name. I don't want to ever see them again. I want them dead. I want them dead. And I want more blue cheese olives. Thank you. What is she doing? Oh, it looks like she is playing with the lights again. Now, this is something we see fairly often with anybody within a content creation field, whether they are doing it as a hobbyist or simply because they have nothing better to do. It is up to you to decide which one this particular crossdresser falls into. I am so very drunk. My name is David. Oh, yes. Well, the musical that we have just heard a number from is in fact Heathers the Musical, which is currently enjoying a revival off-Broadway. Now, the revival is something based on our West End edition, which I love Carrie Hope Fletcher, but I could not stand that particular iteration of this show, and I loathe the fact that they have kept the set from the West End version in this new revival. I remember back in the day... Oh, what is this? Excuse me, I am receiving some new information. Ah, yes, thank you. I have just been informed that this particular crossdresser actually attended a performance of Heathers the Musical back when it was off-Broadway for the very first time at New World Stages in New York City. My sweet cheese, my good time boy. I wish I could have seen such a thing. Not necessarily the actual show, but this thing in an audience. Did she blend in? Was she wearing a wig? Was it a good wig? I think we can all assume the answers to most of those questions. Now, you may have noticed something else that has changed in her demeanor. She is now no longer holding the microphone as if it is a phallic sad puppy, and instead as if it is a firm, ripe cucumber, still a little too forceful, and absolutely not with any degree of professionalism. I sometimes wonder if she has... Oh, I have a headache, excuse me.
Sir, is everything wrong?
It is the brain freeze, I have been blending the martinis with ice, because I like to feel like I am at 7-Eleven, but still getting a buzz. I suppose at this point it is more than a buzz. It is a Buzz Aldrin, because I am out of this world. David Attenborough. Do you think that perhaps she is a fan of the American adult animated series Rick and Morty? Perhaps that would explain why she is holding the microphone as if it is Pickle Rick. I wish I could be Pickle Rick. Instead, I am simply documentary enthusiast and British person in real life, David Attenborough. She has picked up a cup, and I do not know what the cup is for. I can only assume it contains piss. You know, this may surprise you, but this is actually the longest anybody has let me talk uninterrupted. I have been drinking quite a bit, and it is just a simply immaculate feeling. I now understand how Mary felt as she gave birth to the little baby Jesus. Why did they put her in a manger? I think about that quite often. Why was she only relegated to a manger? Did no angels proclaim, in addition to her, that she was going to be pregnant, but also to everyone else, that Mary was carrying the Son of God? I have never understood this. I do not know why there was not some sort of pamphlet handed out around Bethlehem. Hey, look, your Lord and Savior is coming, and he needs a place to crash for the evening. It's Christmas. Can you fucking get it together? British Christmas is much better than American Christmas. American Christmas is all about sucking Santa Claus's cock in a mall full of children. Metaphorically speaking, of course. I do believe she is getting ready to perform another number, and if I get my way, it will be her burning at the stake. Not because I wish for her death specifically, but just because I generally loathe performers. That fag friend from the West End that I told you about, I keep him around mostly because I lost a bet, and now I am a victim of blackmail. But I mean, everybody already knows that I fuck chickens. I do not know why it would be such a big deal for them to find out brand new. We've been done new, after all. She done already done had herses. As I understand it, there is a new season of RuPaul's Drag Race that is presently airing, or perhaps it has already ended. I do not know. I am quite drunk, and I have been quite drunk since at least the 4th of July, 1973. It has been a rough century, let me tell you. But in any case, I wonder what is happening in that season. I have understood that many people are feeling some sort of burnout with the series as a whole. What do you think? Oh, it looks like we are getting another number. Let's observe.
You wrote your little fairy tale and painted me the fool, a harpy and a harlot, a goblin and a ghoul. You made yourself the hero in the night as black as pitch. Yeah, you made yourself the hero. Oh, guess that makes me the witch. Was she drawn into your stories as bees in honey drown? You're a bad, bad, bad dog, darling, and I've come to put you down. I'm judge and jury, and hell hath no fury. Hell hath no fury. I'll play the part you wrote me. You can burn me at the stake.
Yes, I got my wish.
But the best part's my new chapter. It will keep you wide awake. No, it's not my heart that's breaking. It's a muscle, a gristle, a gland. How long will your
night. When they find the body, here's how they'll write the case. Man who has no heart lies without a smile on his hero's face, with no smug smile on your hero's face. I'm a judge and a jury, and hell hath no fury. Hell hath no fury.
I quite enjoyed all of the rain noises and ambient music that was playing on the beginning and at the end of that particular number. I, David Attenborough, British person and documentary enthusiast, have a very difficult time falling asleep at night, perhaps because of my alcoholism, which, as I may have mentioned or at least implied, is raging. I must in fact apologize for how poor my ability to roll my R's is. Despite British colonization invading many different Spanish-speaking or similarly linguistically R-rolling nations, we have still not picked up most of the skills available to us there, such as cooking with spices, speaking to our children, not killing people. And I cannot imagine that after this documentary, that ability or desire is going to go anywhere for me in particular, David Attenborough, British person. Now it seems as though she is gripping the microphone with even fewer fingers. I wonder if she is anticipating it falling from her grip, and if she has a joke lined up for that. It is not unheard of for actors who do not have any particular talent to create problems to which reacting is funny. I wish that that was not the case, but unfortunately it is the first true thing I have said this entire time. I am quite a compulsive liar. Yes, even me, David Attenborough, if that is even my real name. Throughout this edition of the Daisy Slaize TikTok live drag show, it cannot be denied that the bedroom drag queen, at least in the United States of America, has some peculiar habits that have yet to be mimicked in most other genres of entertainment. I cannot deny that there is something interesting about it, even if only from a scholarly academic perspective. I personally have learned a great many things, one of which is that if you are, in fact, a viewer of a drag show, you should be drinking. It makes the entire thing much more bearable. You should also have someone jerking off in the corner. Oh, he stopped. Something tells me he was not intending for me to see him, and he was certainly not intending for me to speak on it. Sorry, Gerald. Oh, he is not happy that I said his real government name. But Gerald Atkins, you are so sweet. People should know. Oh, he has fled the building. All right, well, back to the Crossy. Do you know that I once visited North Carolina? I had no desire to visit South Carolina. I do not know why there must be two of things. If there is a Carolina, let there be one. Instead, there are two, so I just decided to pick one. Oh, she's maintaining eye contact while drinking from her water thing. At least I hope it is water, although she might need something a little stronger. Now, this is an activity we have seen quite often in cross-dresser courting mechanics, so I believe she is in fact flirting with us, whether we like that or not. Either that or she is just simply doing whatever she pleases. I can relate to that. I am David Attenborough, and I like to watch people jerk off in the corner of the recording studio while I make documentaries. Apologies for that wooden sound just now. I am presently making a birdhouse, and I have managed to keep it quiet until now, but this 2x4 is just being a little piece of shit. Oh, it looks like we are getting another number. I do hope it is a good one.
We starve, look at one another short of breath, walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing smells from laboratories, facing a dying nation.
Gavin Creel again, it is a good one.
Moving paper fantasy, listening for the new total lies, with supreme visions of lonely tunes. Somewhere inside something there is a rush of greatness. Who knows what stands in front of our lives? I fashion my future on films in space. Silence tells me secretly everything, everything. Manchester, England, Manchester, England, across the Atlantic Sea. And I'm a genius, genius. I believe in God, and I believe that God believes in God. That's me, that's me, that's me.
We start, look at one another, short of breath, walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing smells from laboratories, facing a dying nation. From moving paper fantasy, listening for the new toll lies, with supreme visions of lonely tunes.
Our space songs on a spider web sitar. Life is around you and in you. And to put it in my dearly, dearly. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in.
Let the sunshine,
Let the sun shine.
sunshine,
The sun shine in.
open up your heart,
The sun shine.
open up your heart,
The sun shine in.
the
sun shine in.
let it in,
Let the sun shine.
let it in,
Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in.
I find it interesting that she has lip-synced predominantly to the voice of a black woman because, as I understand it, the Americans are particularly racist. I cannot imagine why so many of them wish to meet aliens. They couldn't possibly deal with someone who is the same or different shade of color as them, much less someone with 3 nostrils or 14 ears or purple pigments. I cannot imagine why they think that is. I suppose it comes back to the delusional confidence that so many Americans, including the one presently in front of me, seem to exhibit as a regular, habitual practice. I think I would like to adopt some of those practices. It seems fun. They never seem to know what is going on, but they absolutely seem to approach it with the same sort of gusto that they would something they actually enjoy. Also, a word of warning to all of my viewers here. It seems as though I have just been informed that I can no longer say the word faggot, despite my experiences circle-jerking with Andrew Lloyd Webber, as well as Prince Charles. Now, this was before I knew anything about Henny Island, and I cannot imagine that he is any fun, because he wasn't fun with me, so why would he be fun there? Oh. Ah, what a rare and interesting opportunity to observe the makeup of this particular transsexual up close. She's not a transsexual? Oh. Then why is she doing that? Is it even a she? Am I being transphobic? Oh, goodness, I do not wish to be like J.K. Rowling, that absolute turf of a cunt.
No, David, you can't say cunt.
I have just been informed that I can no longer say the word cunt either. Well, how am I supposed to tell them what I am not allowed to say unless I say it once more? Oh, get me another fucking martini. Make this one dirtier. Now, it would seem as if she is approaching the end of her particular stream. These things typically do not go longer than an hour, and traditionally they fall underneath that amount of time because they are simply too much for her to handle while standing in heels. I am very familiar with that feeling. Once I did a shadowcast production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I was absolutely tucked within an inch of my penis's life. One of my testicles has still not descended back down. Well, why can't I say that? It's my testicle. I cannot continue to do this. I must say, I have been rather impressed with not only the performances that this particular artist has been putting together, but rather more so with her knowledge that there is no one watching, and assumption that despite there being no audio, as I'm sure she has at this point suspected, otherwise she would be some sort of idiot. Oh, but I cannot speculate much on that. I must say I am rather impressed with her ability to just keep going. There is something to be said for that sort of delusional confidence that propels you forward, despite... Is she counting now? She's teaching us to count again. Did you see that she just held up 3 fingers as if we cannot count to 3? Fuck you, Daisy May. Fuck you, I am David Attenborough, documentary enthusiast and actual real-life British person, and I can count perfectly fine, thank you. I take back everything positive I was saying and was about to say about her. I hate this bitch.
Oh my god.
You said I can't say cunt. I can still say bitch, no?
Stick to the script.
What is it, you cunt face?
David.
I was quoting The Sound of Music. You must allow me to quote musicals. We are doing musicals here. Is that not... I need another drink. Excuse me for one moment. Hello, dear viewers and listeners. This is David Attenborough, documentary enthusiast, curator of all things knowledge, and also actual real-life British person, just returning to the microphone in order to apologize for my actions. Oh, it looks like we are finally getting a last number, a closing of sorts to bring this adventure to an end. Please observe and enjoy it with me. I love Tori Kelly.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always preaching out in vain, just taking the things not worth having. But don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out.
show off, Queen.
Don't you worry about a thing, mama, 'cause I'll be standing for you. Don't you worry about a
Well, fucking gag me with a spoon, faggot. Either this martini is really hitting that shit right, or I'm actually enjoying this performance. My goodness, I am almost sad to know that it is over. I think we have all learned something very important on this day, and that is to not let first impressions color your entire experience. And also, that Mina the elephant in, what the fuck is the movie that Tori Kelly was in? Sing, and Sing 2. She did nothing wrong, and I will die on that hill. Mina the elephant was one. Why is she teaching us to count again? Well, at least we made it from 3 to 4. I need to calm down. I think something was in my cocaine. What?
You cannot have cocaine.
What do you mean I cannot have any more cocaine? Bring it here, and I will decide when I have had enough.
Drug use on this set.
My goodness, I'm going to an Aerosmith concert later, and I believe it is Van Halen that is opening for them. A very strange lineup, but I'm very excited, and I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of coke to go around. You know, you hate when someone comes to the party and doesn't bring anything. It's simply rude. Anyway, I have had a delightful time experiencing this edition of Daisy Slaize. Please catch the next one on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sort of. I'm David Attenborough, actual British person. And there you have it. The life of the elusive and illustrious bedroom drag queen is not so different from that of you or me, except in most ways. I dearly hope, viewer, that I was able to educate you on some of the performance stylings of this particular bedroom drag queen, Daisy Elizabeth Dupree Sinclair Anastasia Devereux Mays III, Esquire, Queen of the Duchy. Would that make her British as well? That simply will not work. I will have to execute her personally.
Oh God, cut.
If you would like to partake in another of her digital performances, you can catch her every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or perhaps on some other time zone since she always seems to be an hour late or more, on her TikTok Live at daisymaze.jpg. That's Daisy Maze, M-A-I-Z-E, .jpg, JPG, because she is, as we have learned, quite two-dimensional. I'm David Attenborough, and God save the Queen.